Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Indiana Pacers beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 108-91 in Game 6 of the NBA Finals, and I am so happy about this outcome in Game 6. Look, if you asked me before the game, I would have told you two things. Now, the main thing I want is the Indiana Pacers to win this game because I want to see the first ever Game 7 in the NBA Finals since I've been watching the NBA Finals. I started watching the NBA in the 2016-17 season, right after the last time there was a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. There have been a couple times where it's gotten close to that. A Game 7, from happening. You saw it. You've seen a couple Game 6 in the NBA Finals. You saw this Game 6 tonight was the first Game 6 in a NBA Finals since the 2021-22 NBA Finals. The last two finals have been 5-game series. You saw a really good 6-game series between the Bucks and the Suns. There have been the Raptors and the Warriors was a 6-game series as well. Lakers and Heat in the bubble were 6 games, but no 7-game series since the Cavs Warriors Game 7 when the Cavs were down 3-1 and came back and won. That was the last time. Obviously, I know everything that happened that series as I've learned, but I didn't see that. Look, honestly, I've gone back on YouTube on different off seasons. I think I might have watched it during the time of the pandemic when there was no basketball. I watched like the entire Game 7 of Cavs Warriors on YouTube. And I've watched other former Game 7s of old highlights, full game highlights, but I've never seen a Game 7 live in the NBA Finals. So other Game 7s, conference finals, second round, first round, but no NBA Finals Game 7s that I've been able to witness. And so that's why I'm really excited. The only reason I would have wanted the Thunder to win this game tonight is that means the NBA offseason would have come early, and Shams Charania has said it's going to be possibly the craziest offseason ever. I mean, the offseason has already kind of started with the Desmond Bane trade and some other small stuff that's happened, and the NBA Finals are still going on. So, but I am so excited for Game 7 Sunday night. Let's get into this game. Pacers with an amazing performance to win 108-91. They were great in this game tonight, yes, but this was, I think, more of how bad the Thunder were. Their turnovers doubled from the last game. They had 10 turnovers in the last game. They had 21 today. Here's another big thing for the Thunder. You combine their steals and blocks. Their steals and blocks. 4 steals and 4 blocks for the Thunder tonight. That's 8 stocks for the Thunder tonight. You can times that by 2. And that's around the same amount of steals the Thunder had in the last game. The Thunder had 15 steals the last game, and today they had 8 steals and blocks. They had 12 blocks in the last game. That is something the Thunder, they're going to have to do better in Game 7. Turning the ball over is going to have to be something they're going to have to cut down for sure. 21 turnovers is just too much. Or 20 turnovers is just too much. No, I was right originally. 21 turnovers is just too much. But defensively, they got to be better. You saw the amazing 15 steals and 12 blocks in the last game in Game 5 at OKC. You've got to see them get back to that. 4 steals and 4 blocks is not good enough. And the three-point shooting has to be better. Those are the 3 horrendous things, I believe. Not getting steals and not getting blocks, turnovers, and terrible three-point shooting. That was the problem for the Oklahoma City Thunder today. 8 for 30 from 3, which is 26%. And I thought the Pacers had a great defensive strategy against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They double-teamed him like crazy. And they just put a lot of pressure on him. And, the Pacers played great offensively as well on their own end. Halliburton, even though injured, I was really scared for Halliburton this game. It gave me too many flashbacks of Kevin Durant with the calf injury rush it. They said before the game, this is an injury that would be a multiple-week injury if it wasn't where it was, where it's the NBA Finals. This calf injury would have costed him multiple weeks if it was regular season, but yet, because it's NBA Finals, he's out there. Good thing for him because this was not a close game. He only had to play 23 minutes and scored 14 points in 23 minutes with 5 assists, 2 steals. He made some big shots for the Pacers in this game. Siakam was great with a double-double with 16, 13, and 3. 6 for 14, 1 for 3 from 3. Aaron Nesmith had 10 points. Andrew Nimhart had 17, 4 assists, 3 steals. Obi Toppin was fantastic, 20 points, 6 rebounds. T.J. McConnell was amazing yet again, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 6 for 12 from the floor. He was just absolutely outstanding. And so this was just an outstanding performance by the Indiana Pacers tonight. They played great. 15 for 42 from 3. And I'm sorry I'm going to say this, but they're going to have to play better in Game 7 because OKC is going to come back stronger. The things that I talked about that OKC did horrific, that OKC was absolutely horrific in tonight, they will get better in those things. The bad three-point shooting, the turnovers, the poor defense, that will improve. I hate to say it, but that will improve. And so if you're the Pacers, you might need to shoot a little better. I mean, look, the Pacers, here's the crazy thing. The Thunder shot as bad as they did tonight, but still had a better field goal percentage than the Pacers. The Pacers did shoot 18 more shots, though. I think how many turnovers they had is definitely a reason why the Pacers took more shots. But the Pacers didn't shoot that well from the floor either. They shot 41.3% from the floor. The three-point percentage wasn't terrible. They were 15 for 42 on 36%. The Pacers shot really poor at the free throw line. Were 17 for 25 on 68% free throw shooting. So let's not act like the Pacers played a perfect game here tonight. The Thunder played terrible. The Pacers did a lot of good things, and they took advantage of it. But the Pacers got to play better in Game 7. Things will become harder once you go to OKC. And it will be a very interesting Game 7 in my opinion. I'm really excited for it. Let me know your thoughts on this game tonight in the comment section, and peace out.